Welcome back to Just Plastic Craft channel. Today we're back playing Trailmakers, where I just looked at some parts for the boat and figured out that boat parts require they require this green crystal that is over here. So that is what we'll be gathering today. Also, that is if I am able to gather things better. And that will involve also have the quest about destroying enemies, but we need green rocks for now. That is not gatherable, is it? That is gatherable apparently. Okay, but we want them green rocks like this one. We need aqualite to make the other underwatery bits that are better suited for making boats and stuff. Like, not better suited, just bigger parts for boats. And that is why we need to gather some of it. Like, I had too little of it. No, I don't think we require that much of it, but we need to have at least some to be able to make a boat. And that is why I have decided to do this. Also, ignition berries for engines, as always, quite good to have them. Last time we did change the car. We added the EMP launcher to it, and we managed to get enough power cores to have both of these, the collector and the EMP launcher, out on the boat at the same time. My goodness, I hit that guy. Okay. Maybe the EMP launcher does do some damage. Not a lot, but some. And some is better than none, so I'd say that it's all good. Let's gather those. That's another ignition berry. That is if I will need them for better engines and stuff, so even if I gather them now and not use them, it's not lost. It's a resource that I require. Just had a terrible thought. Is it possible for me to gather all the resources and change a text file on my PC and make them go into my inventory, like using cheat engine that changes values for you to have things, but not using cheat engine, just manually doing it. I'm of course not gonna, I just was thinking about it. For a single player, would that work? Because you've never previously had resources and they have to somehow be saved on your machine as on your save file, so if you could get access to that save file one way or another, maybe you could add yourself a few hundreds of thousands of materials, so that you don't ever have to worry about it. Interesting. A very interesting thought that has occurred, but I am not going to follow through on it. I just wanted to mention it, because it is something that I just had some interest in. I remember changing some values with some money of some other games that I've played, like using save files and or text files of the save game, or something connected to your loading data that just dictates that you have more money than you actually do, or something like that. I think we've all done it. Even if you don't want to admit it, I will know. No, I won't know, but I mean, there is no reason for you to never have done it due to it being your own thing, because you can't change things for a multiplayer game, but you most certainly can for single player games. And who is it going to bother? Well, technically nobody. I don't think even the developers would care. Like, it's your experience, you do whatever you want. I've already got the game or whatever, so who am I to judge how you play it? Just food for thought. Food for thought. Let's grab this. I think I've gathered a bunch of... Give me that. Ah, dang. I missed. I missed. Okay, let's quickly visit this pile of garbage. And this. And I think there are a few more rocks of green right about here. And once I gather these two, I will go to them rocks. Exactly. Now gather them rocks and we should be on our way to making a boat. A good boat. Or a better boat. Previous boat was pathetic, bad, terrible, something along those lines. That, I can confirm that it was that. Oh, let's gather some rubber as well. You never know when you might need some rubber. Come on. That is big rubber. One or two more rubber plants and we'll be done. These are technically plants, right? They are not rock croppings. I mean, trees have sap in them. That sap could be rubber. I don't know if that's what we are using in this universe. Is this a... Oh, that's an ignition berry. Whoa, look at it. Anyway, we now go hit our car at the wall, repair it because we can, and once we're on the other side of the dock we bring out our boat, which we then fix up, but you know, because this thing is bad. I said yes, delete it. But what do we use? Small pontoons? Nope. Large pontoons? Nope. Corner hull? Maybe hull blocks. Maybe just hull blocks. These will take most of my aqualite. That is more than I ever expected them to cost. We might still be going rubber, boys. But one thing we ain't doing is we are gonna have more engines. Not 5, I want 2 more. Okay. Let's make a boaty boat. Boaty McBoat face. That is not what I wanna be using. Although, how much iron do I have? Enough. That's how much. Okay, let's use this. Is it going to be green? Of course it is. Who do you think I am? And if I should have bought the dinghy thingy. Never mind. We don't have a dinghy. We have an ugly boat. And that ugly boat is going to be my ugly boat. And you have nothing going to stop me from having my own ugly boat. Not you or anybody else is going to tell me what I can do with my ugly boat. That is a nice base for my Uggo boat. And then I can add for my Uggo boat. Not this. I am going to make a nose for my Uggo boat. I am not gonna stop saying Uggo boat because that's what it is. An Uggo boat. Brain. So if I have this, I need a this. Yes, for this. And then that thing can go in there. Nope. I needed this variant. But alas, mistakes have been made, but a boat is a boat nonetheless. And now I will copy these two. Why am I being dumb? I delete these and I delete these. Why am I deleting those? I should. Okay, let's do this the dumb way. That way. We copy it that way. We copy it that way. That doesn't get copied the proper way. And then I turn on mirror mode because why didn't I do that before? Why did it move? Who knows? I want this. Could you get brought like over there? Ah, oops, we're now building two boats. How did we come to this? How did I manage to build two boats? How did that happen? Okay, whatever. I'll be building one boat, making it into two. I just didn't want to build it there. Ah, that's it. That's what I wanted to do. And now the front is not going to just be a straight front, because that's not what we like doing. We're going to have a pointy front. And then we add two more of these. We're going to have a ramming part to our board. Board. It is no longer a boat, it is now a board. Now, we have some sort of an amalgamation made in the resemblance of a boating thing. And now we don't make these, now we make this a singular one of those for our keel. And then we add the rest because we want to still be able to float. My flotation devices shouldn't be. This is going to look phallic. Why are you unavailable to be placed? No, it just turns red when it's in the mirror thingy. Okay, if I have this, can I then have these? How does that stay on water? Semi-okay, I mean it's not sinking. Although once I start adding weight to it, it most likely will go lower. And now let's do the proper thing, and that is expand the boat. At this point this is a ship. This is a small little tiny ship. And for that, for it to be better equipped to deal with all the issues I might be facing, I will I just don't want it there. Come on, man. Attach. Just like so. Okay, apparently my camera is now under the water. Oh wait, I forgot that I can use these controls. I am not a smart person. Yes. Okay. We now have made this. And we can increase this performance by adding these to the very back and two engines to the side of it, meaning that they cover this place and that place. So they need to be a little bit forward, these need to be a little bit forward. Now the way to steer this, does it sink? It is good. It flipped, but it is good. No, better at least. We want to have some. We want to have a keel thingy. So I'll be using this. And then we want to have a thingy to turn. You know what? Let's actually have you two be controlled by going S and W. You two, or at least you, can be controlled by going what is this, right? So D A, and you can be controlled. A is backwards, no, A is forward and D is backwards. Is that right? That is not right because I need to turn off disable air control. That way. We can flip. Oh, look at the enemy. Okay, I mean, we are driving on water. We can barely turn and we have no way of controlling our, well, weight. And that's, and that way I will make now a better kill than I just had now. I will make it manually. Will it be good? No. Will it keep us straight? Probably. And for that I would like to have a... I would add 8 weight blocks, but first I need aerodynamic blocks. And I need to have it stick out. Just like that. And then we finish it up with weights. Where are the weights? There are the weights. And we finish it up by adding, what is that, 3 weights to the bottom. I want you to go there. That way it should keep us fairly straight. And then we close it off by... So what we want it actually steeper at the back. Okay, we want the 3 weights to be moved. 3 blocks backwards. You need to be rotated the other way around. To be the encapsulating body of them. And then I'll be using this. And due to the way that... Oops. And due to the way the game works, I will just add a block above this one. I just make one of these. I said make one of these to be a filler. And then move it up. And now we have a weight in the middle. And I do not turn. Because my things... I need to turn off mirror mode. What is this? Unsaved structure? Sure. Being outside of saved slots? Overwrite? Save? No. Wait. This all has its hydrodynamics fine. We just want to modify, remove this piece and add a front facing wedge. Will this be good? Yes and no. Excuse me again. Although that might have happened in a different video and I already don't know. That's too steep, man. I would like it to be up to 2, but not as tall as... That way it is better suited. Nose won't be as jumpy. Okay, mirror mode is off, so this one needs to be forward on D, backwards on A, and you need to be forwards on A and backwards on D. Okay. That should prove us capable of turning. Yes. Okay, our boat is actually quite stable, to be honest. I haven't still tried going forward with it, but there is a time for everything. How much power cores do I still have? Answer is enough. Okay. On my... So where do I put them? Okay, let's just have one gun there, and I'll increase the angles. And I'll just make them the 180, the full 180 there, and then the second gun is gonna be back there. And still have the full 180. I will then be adding the most beautiful pieces, which are lights. Nope, lights are not there. Lights are in... not in movement. I can already see that this won't be very stable, to be honest. But we'll deal with that later. For now, EMP gun to the front. SMG needs to be a bit backwards because it's longer. And I can make this more aerodynamically friendly by adding this. Okay, come on. Yes. And I will add... Where is the collector? The collector is in gadgets. I can have the collector out the back. And then I have lights that I cannot put anywhere. I don't want them on the nose. So this is our vehicle currently. Is it floating? Barely. But it is there. So let's actually start going. I have... It's unstable. It's actually pretty unstable. It is real unstable. For the stability of it, a gyro would save us quite well, but we don't have access to a gyro. Maybe if we stop bouncing like that. Although it's funny. Maybe if I go back to actually teleport here. And the way we fix this issue is by adding stabilizing pieces and or more stabilizing pieces, and maybe making the steering once again just like we had it previously, using the steering hinges, making it into a, and making the two of these steers just like they were previously. Maybe that is the play. And then we just delete those two side ones. And we copy this one. And we move it and copy it over to the other side. Like, we're still heavy, but are we more stable? Steering hinge is inverted. Just like that. Oops, I was turning the camera. Okay, I mean, maybe a tiny bit better. Still having a diving issue. Like, we're doing the speedboaty thing, which is cool and all, but not really useful when I want a more stable. Look at me sending this guy flying. How do I not make my nose jump up that much? Like, maybe lower the... I am not sure. We need more experimentation, but for now I am going to teleport back to town. And next time we fix it. But for now, thank you for joining me and have a great day.